Hey, everybody. Hi, it's so good to see you today. I am just so pleased to be here with you guys. Today, I just wanted to take a few minutes and share with you how my life has improved so much ever since years ago I became a 1099 CRNA. I mean, literally, I was W-2 just for a few months. And I do recommend that it doesn't really matter how long you have been a CRNA. You can always benefit from becoming 1099. Everyone will have your back anyway, as long as you're working in a setting that accommodates that. And honestly, life is just so much better when you can set your own schedule and when you can deduct the taxes and reduce your taxable income. But a lot of people don't know how to do that. And it's not surprising because it's not really something that is emphasized in school. No one teaches us how to manage the taxes of a sole practitioner. The pre-tax organization, pre-accounting, where you're getting your information together, and it causes a lot of fear in people. You know, how do they do their home office? How do they keep track of their car expenses? So what I do in the 1099 CRNA Freedom Masterclass that is coming for enrollment orientation is occurring on Monday at 7 o'clock. But, you know, because no one teaches you how to do that, I take the time and explain that to you in 10 units. I go over where to find the jobs. I go over how to negotiate the rate and the contract for those jobs. And I also teach you very important information about how to get all your tax information organized and together so it's easy, so you don't have to worry. So what I'm going to do for you right now is open up my slideshow and go through 3 points that you really need to be aware of in order to make this happen. And thank you guys for joining today on this live here on the 1099 CRNA Success Community. So I'm going to go ahead and share my slides. So here we go onto the PowerPoint. And I'm going to go ahead and switch my display settings and so that you can see the entire slide. Okay, there we go. Got it. Awesome. Okay, once again, my name is Alesia Quanti. I created the 1099 CRNA Success Community so that you can be successful by networking with other CRNAs who are also on that journey from W-2 to 1099. Or if you're already 1099, it teaches you how to optimize your 1099 just by listening to others. But what I do is I have created the 1099 Freedom Masterclass so that you can have the balance in your life while you're learning how to go from W-2 to 1099. When you are at work, even when you're 1099, the fact is you're doing the same job that all the W-2 people are doing, you know, but you're getting paid about 2/3 more because you're able to save 2/3 more in your retirement account, and you're able to negotiate for a rate that's 40% more than W-2 income. So time is limited, enrollment is limited. We are closing enrollment this weekend because on Monday we start with orientation for the Freedom Masterclass. And this presentation is going to help you because it is scary. A lot of people have trouble moving from W-2 because it seems like there's so much to do. But I have created an order to this so that it is very easy, and you get 21 CEUs. So you have the courage inside of you. Once you're taught by a mentor, you know, have you noticed how it's easier? So I just want you to know that people who have a mentor are 70% more likely to succeed than those who don't. So if you have just a couple of minutes to pay attention, just step outside, sip your coffee, and take a listen. This can totally change your life by listening to someone who has done this, and it has made my life so much better. I love being able to control my schedule. I love being able to work in places that I enjoy working. So I'm going to teach you how to do this and how to do it while you're maintaining a budget. I'm going to teach where the 1099 positions are. I have created an app that I teach in Unit 1, which is a method for you to find the locations to work without the worry. And then once you're credentialed there, you don't ever have to worry about job stability. So we all know that there's burnout associated with W-2. And have you ever noticed how refreshed the 1099 CRNAs are. So it wasn't that long ago that I was a new CRNA and I was W-2 and I was very stressed out. I was actually miserable and I was starting to get used to being miserable. And I was like, no, that's not what I want to do. So I got a 1099 mentor, and with mentorship, I was able to earn so much more money, save so much more money on taxes. And yet it's hard to get this information. So that is why I'm bringing it to you, because it's not like we have time at lunch to sit down and chit chat with others that are 1099. So I bring the 1099 CRNA information to you. So if this is the sort of thing that you're interested in doing so that you can have time off with you and your family, just type yes, and that really helps because then I know you're out there. So I'm going to go through these 3 keys to success, where the first key is how to completely control this lifestyle. And the way you do that is by even becoming a 1099 CRNA. When you set your intention that that is what you want to do, just like I did so many years ago when I was actually miserable and burnout, so tired of call, so tired of being kept overtime. So then I became aware of this 1099 lifestyle. And I found out that I could submit a schedule of availability to the places where I worked. I could vacation plan and do it at a time that worked for my family and I. And I loved the pride of being my own boss. And I loved being able to expand my practice when I was ready to. So if you are ready to become a 1099 CRNA, and you're ready to get going with this action plan, then think about joining the 1099 Freedom Masterclass. So like I say, we're starting orientation on Monday at 7 o'clock, but it's an online class and you can go through every one of the units on your own time at your own convenience. So this is what I teach in a nutshell, but then I also teach you how to get there. You know, when you're 1099, you're subtracting all of those expenses that you normally pay for as a W-2 first as business expenses. So you're only paying taxes on the part that's left over. So your taxable income is so much lower, and yet you don't have to negotiate like a W-2. You're able to negotiate as a 1099, so you can bring in so much more money too. So just know that if you've got the mindset to change, think about what's not working for you. And if you feel like you're not being appreciated and you're powerless to control your schedule and you're feeling like you're being owned and you know you're not getting paid what you're worth, maybe it's time for you to move into 1099. And don't let your fear hold you back, because this can be done once you set your intention, and with guidance and expertise of others who have done it, I can help you get there. So if it's worth it to you to make this change and you want to learn more, then go to my website at 1099successacademy.com, and you can learn exactly how to become 1099, exactly what it takes, and the enrollment link is there. And this is going to give you that control over your work schedule that you've been craving, so you can go and do what you want to do when you want to do it. You don't have to live from day to day that somebody else is dictating when you're going to be there, and you're going to be able to put so much more money in savings for your own retirement and your college savings. But the best part is that you can focus on your own personal growth. So don't fear. You know, the key to success number 2 is knowing that it is not complicated. When you have a mentor, it's very easy to move into 1099. I'm going to teach you how to learn the rates to negotiate. I'm going to teach you the top negotiation points. And I'm also going to teach you about your benefits, which are tax deductible. A large amount of them are, to the point that it reduces your taxable income. And the third key to success is because we are in such demand, right, especially the market right now, everyone needs an anesthetist. So in truth, the jobs are there, and once you're credentialed, they're counting on you. Recognize that if you feel like, oh, I'm too comfortable, I can't branch out, that is imposter syndrome. Look it up. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Albert Einstein, Maya Angelou, all of them felt like frauds, but in fact, they knew exactly what they were doing. And so don't fall into the trap of imposter syndrome. That is part of what I teach as well, how to overcome that. You think it's a small part, it's a huge part. You can do this. So if you're worried about the budget during the transition, don't. I teach you how to move smoothly from W-2 to 1099. And then I teach you all the pre-accounting. In fact, even for the people who are W-2 and not sure when they're going to go 1099, I teach you methods to maximize your taxation so that when you're ready, you can do it smoothly. So if others can do this, I know you can too. All you need is an action plan. So, and it just takes a little bit of focus, some motivation to want to do this, and then a mentor to tell you how to get this done. Because you could try to figure it all out on your own, or you can get help from someone who's done it. And that way you avoid some really expensive pitfalls. So that is why today I'm bringing you information about the 1099 CRNA Freedom Masterclass. I know it can help you. It has helped so many others ahead of you. And now it is just a beautiful path to 1099 success. And that's what you want. Someone who is able to reach you no matter what part of the country you're from. Because by nurturing CRNAs, we are bringing us all together as a stronger community of nurse anesthesiologists. We provided anesthesia before any physician did, and I teach you how to carry that title proudly. So if you're ready to minimize your taxation and maximize your earnings, keep more of your money, and be able to create a side gig if you want, or really expand your own personal growth. You know, if you feel like you're not being paid your value, you can't get time off when it works for your family, and you're worried about how do I manage this 1099 thing? Well, I'm going to provide you with that. Starting on Monday as orientation, you can go to www.1099successacademy.com right now, and it will take you down that path. You can see how to enroll. There's a free gift I have for you on there. And so you can learn everything you need to know about growing in this direction without a struggle. You don't have to have it all on you. And in addition, you get 21 CEUs that are Class A and 20 Class Bs. The actual tuition is $14.97, even though the value of this class is $3,200. 10 units, 10 speakers who will teach you, 2 CPAs who teach you your bookkeeping and your tax organization, 2 financial advisors that teach you your budget, your retirement savings, a health insurance agent, life and disability insurance CRNA agent, and also Canyon Clifton comes and teaches everything you ever wanted to know from a very passionate malpractice insurance agent. So if you're ready to overcome this fear and have someone smooth the path out for you, and you can learn in 10 short units just how to get to where you want to be. And if this is all I did for you is help you with your benefits, budgets, bookkeeping, business setup, and your tax organization, as well as explain everything to you, and as well provide mentorship. I give you 1 year of mentorship with this class, and you get to join an exclusive Facebook group that no one can see until you are invited to it when you join this class. So what would you rather have? More attention. So that is why I charge a bit more than you would possibly expect. But that way I can give you a full year of attention and really help you through any of the bumps in the road you might have. So what would it be worth for you to have your 1099 set up with no questions left to ask? So this 10-week masterclass, just $14.97, but you have to go ahead and enroll. Class begins on December 7th. So it is time. I've extended the sign-up period for the last couple of people. We do have a couple of slots open. We only take 20 slots each month. So enrollment is limited. So if you're ready to do this, I'm going to go ahead and take some chat questions. This is my email address, Alesia at 1099 Success Academy, or reach out to me on Facebook. That is fine as well. So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop sharing screen and go back to just chatting with you directly. And I'm going to open up my chat now. If you would like to ask any questions, let me go ahead and pull up the page so that I can be with you, and you can ask me any questions that you might have about how I managed to give you the mentorship that you need, and how do the units go. They're online. You can, they're on a platform. You can go through them at your convenience. even at 1.25 rate. If you want to do it while you're walking, you get handouts that turn into an entire workbook with check boxes. You know you have completed one step, you can move to the next. And it just makes it so much easier. And honestly, it's what I wanted so badly when I first became 1099. Even over the years as I was 1099, I felt like I didn't know everything I wanted to know. And so the beautiful thing is I'm bringing it to you now. So if you are interested in learning more, just go ahead and ask any questions, and I'm glad to help you guys so much. Okay, so, oh, hey, Eva, great. Good to see you. It's nice to see you. And I'm just looking to see if anybody has any questions. And Alesia, nice to see you. Y'all don't hesitate to ask any questions while I'm on here. I just want you to know that I've developed an amazing tax organization strategy that is so much simpler than anything that I have seen. I've been working on it for a year. And I'm telling you, it makes it so straightforward. You never have to look through files again when you use my pre-accounting tax organization strategy. I also teach you about accountable plans, how you can keep your personal expenses separated from your business. And it is so easy, but it takes calculations. It takes somebody showing you how to do it. It's something that is not easily found, but I've spent years developing this. So if you're interested in learning how to make it easy, especially when it comes to finding the jobs, I created an app that I show you at the very, very beginning. So we can go ahead and get started finding you these jobs. They're in your area, they're all around you. And I so enjoy mentorship. I go ahead and give you my Calendly link, and we sit down and we go through and find where exactly you might want to work. What is a good fit for you? And then as we go along, as you're ready to develop your flow through budget, then I go ahead and teach you how to do that. And I am excited to do it. I'm excited to coach you right before you go in for negotiation and tell you everything you might need to know. What should you look for in your contract? There's so many little bits of information that is so important to have somebody pull together for you. And I am honored to be there for you. I'm honored to elevate our profession because we can stand on our own 2 feet. We can be self-employed entrepreneurs, and we can have a side gig if we want. So I'll teach you how to do it just like I did it. And if you're ready to make that step now, I urge you, go ahead and enroll, because like I say, I don't have very many seats left for the December class. So this is the time to act. And if you have any questions, definitely message me on Facebook, any questions at all, and I'll tell you whatever you need to know. So I'm looking, and Rob, hey, nice to see you. All right, it's so great to see you guys. Thank you guys for joining me. So take a few minutes. If you've missed part of this, go back through it. I do give you some important information at the very beginning of this presentation. So my honor again to be here with you today, and I will be seeing y'all again soon, hopefully very soon, as I smooth your path into 1099, or if you're already at 1099, I am promising you that I can provide some information that will save you tens of thousands of dollars shortly and hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime. So when you're ready, let me know, and I'll be seeing you then. So in the meantime, y'all have a good day, health, wealth, and happiness to you. I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So y'all take care.